Shalom, family trendsetter. I'm driving, so you will hear some noise in the background. Please bear with me in this video because I'm going to try to take my time with it. Now, earlier today, I received some comments in my last video in regards to the shooting in New Jersey. And so my subscriber, Naira, shout out to you if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Indicated for me to check out Redirecting Deborah Yah as well as Lisa Cabrera's channel, which I'm actually subscribed to both their channels, so I usually get updates when their video hits. So according to the news, the propaganda machine, they're stating that the two individuals that was involved in the shooting was allegedly Hebrew Israelites. That's right, Hebrew Israelite. Go figure. So that man tell no tales, right? So how are we to prove that this is in fact true or facts? Now we know, family, the ones that's awoke anyway, we know that these devils, and I'm gonna continue calling them devils because that's what they are, deceivers. We know they control the narrative. They can put out whatever they want to put out on the propaganda machine media, and a lot of people are gonna eat it up. So they want to tell us that, and you know how they did it, family? They specified Black Hebrew Israelite. As Deborah said, they pointed out that word, Black Hebrew Israelite, because they want that stigma on us. So when you profess yourself as a Hebrew Israelite, they're going to associate you to terrorists. Like when Muslims walk around, they see a Muslim, they associate them to Al-Qaeda and all this shit. This is what they're doing. But we knew this day was coming, family. We knew this day was coming. It's referred to as Jacob's trouble, right? This is a time that we are going to be put through the fire. Once again, remember the 2/3 was already destroyed. A lot of y'all don't realize that the 2/3 was destroyed back in back in our land when we had to run into Africa and shit to escape Roman persecution. So now the one that remains, now we're the one that's going through the fire. We're the one that's going to go through the fire. We're going to be purged. They said the rebels going to be purged from amongst us. So now we're going to go through the fire, Jacob's trouble. So we got to have to get ready. And I know a lot of y'all are scared, and a lot of y'all, have a lot of despair because y'all don't want to be singled out as Black Hebrew Israelite, because you're afraid that they're going to come after you, because these Jewish people, these Jewish devils that control the narrative, they can spin the shit the way they want to spin it. You heard Trump the other day announce that the Jewish people it's not a religion, it's a way of life. I guess I think that's what he said, paraphrasing, of course, or a nationality. I think that's what he said. So now these devils are going to try to come after us. But fear not, family, fear not, because one thing we got to realize, we are spiritual beings. We're energy. They can take this meat suit. They can take this meat suit, but they cannot take the spirit that dwells within us. The only thing that I believe that they can really affect us if they take us away from our family and incarcerate us. Even then we shouldn't worry, because if you're doing everything that you're supposed to do to please the Most High, follow the law, statutes, and commandments, the dietary law, you're gonna be all right. Now I know this Helio Biblos book that y'all read, the Bible, right? A lot of y'all put 100% stock into it, and y'all are following after the way how they tell you to please your power, blood sacrifice and all that. You need to stop that shit. You really and truly need to stop that, because the only entity that requires blood sacrifice is Asatan. These devils, the offspring of Asatan, which is these devils. Okay? So y'all need to stop doing that shit, because see, God himself, if y'all want to call him that, Hashem, the Most High Power, never told you personally that that's just what you need to do. These books that we read are given to us by our oppressors, family. Even the Bible, right? I subscribe to the Bible, but not everything in the Bible I subscribe to, because they have given us their God to worship, and their God requires blood sacrifice. I'm telling y'all, a lot of these practices that y'all are doing to y'all so-called God is incorrect, because the Most High only needs obedience. And when you break that obedience, or when you break that law, you go on your knee and you repent. That's what your sacrifice is. Broken heart and contrite spirit. That's what you need to do. You need to go on your knees and ask the Most High for forgiveness. Not all that sacrificing lamb and all that shit. That shit is bullshit. Okay? This is why a lot of our people are getting caught up. These Christians going to church, doing dedication service and eating of Jesus' body and drinking of his blood, and they still getting gunned down because they're worshiping the white man's God. Fuck it, the white man's God. That's who they're worshiping. And the white man's God is not black people's God. When we went into slavery, they gave us their God to worship. And check it out, the day that they gave us to worship their God is on Sunday, the first day of the week. We know that we're supposed to worship the Most High Power on the seventh day. A lot of y'all go by the Jewish calendar, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown or whatever. No, I go by the lunar calendar. That's how I worship my power. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that shit wrong, because you look in the heavens, that ain't gonna change. But the Julian calendar, they changing dates and cutting months and all of that. Family, listen, I know a lot of y'all right now is like, man, I don't know, you're questioning your faith. Listen, this is a trying time. This is a time you're gonna have to choose whether you're gonna be scared of man or you're gonna be scared of the Creator, right? We are in trying time. This is a Jacob's trouble. These devils are dying out. They're going out, and they're not going to go out without taking some of us out with them. This is their kingdom right now. This is their heaven on earth, and it's coming to an end. And you have to look up to the Most High and realize that if he created us, right, and he give us a law, statutes, and commandments to follow by, and we do our due diligence to follow by these laws, statutes, and commandments, what more can he ask of us? We're only human beings. He's not speaking to us directly. No one hear from God. Nobody hear from God. I don't care what these fucking preachers teach you in church, that God gave me a message. Which God? Satan? The God of this world? Because God ain't speaking to none of y'all niggas. None of y'all, including me. The only time the Most High speaks to me in my spirit, giving me a discerning spirit for me to discern. If I ask, go on my knees, stretch forth my hand, not close my hand, and ask, stretch forth my hand, and ask for any kind of blessing, as long as it's within his will, it usually come to fruition. He never come to me and say, okay, trendsetter, I hear your prayer, here you go. That ain't gonna happen, because we are cut off from the Most High, family. Every last one of us on this fucking planet, I refer to as hell, we're cut off. We're spiritual being cut off from the Most High. He turned his back on us. We are doing what is referred to as a do-over, right? In our past life, when we was living, a lot of us was evil bastards, and he put us back here on this realm to get it right. Some of y'all are in some fucked up families because y'all was so wicked. He said, like, you know what? You're going to come back, and this is going to be your family. We come back like reincarnation. I'm telling you, I don't believe in coming back as a dog and this and all that. I'm talking about if you don't get it right in this life, you coming back, and when you come back, you probably coming back for the final destruction, because we are our ancestors, family. We are our ancestors. There's nothing new underneath the sun. We're like recycled soul. We come back. And if you get it right this time, you might go somewhere else to await a better, judgment, righteous judgment this time, because you have righteous judgment and you have, unrighteous judgment. In other words, you have a judgment that Most High will judge you, and then he will be pleased with what you have done thus far, and he will put you into paradise. This new heaven and this new earth they talk about in Revelation, which I don't believe in, right? But family, listen, we have to stand strong. Do not let them break your spirit, because this is what they want us to do. They know it's a mass awakening. The Most High is waking up his people, and these devils are scared. They running scared, because they know once we start to realize who we are as a people, stop hoeing, stop gang banging, and killing one another, and unite as a people and accept and embrace who we are. We are the most powerful people on this planet. These recessive genes, demons, are nothing. And I'm going to continue to speak this way, because I'm not afraid of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I know what my spirit can do. You know what I mean? If you come at me unrighteously, devils, you are going to be dealt with. And I'm not talking about a physical threat. I don't have to deal with you in this physical realm. There is a spiritual realm that you can deal with these devils. You know what I'm saying? I don't advocate violence against anybody. The only thing I tell y'all is that y'all need to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do not just give in to these devils. You feel me? So you could take it for what it's worth. You motherfuckers that's listening, you agents that's listening on here and shit, because I know y'all are monitoring my channel, others like me. I'm not scared of y'all, because listen, I am not doing anything wrong. Right now, I'm on my way to work. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't have any record. You know what I'm saying? I don't plan to hurt anybody, harm anybody. All I want us to do is defend ourselves. If you know you are coming at unrighteously and you know these demons are about to take your life, you have to do what you have to do to survive, okay? I'm not telling you to kill a motherfucker or shoot a police. I don't believe in violence. You know what I'm saying? If you could take away yourself from that scene and go somewhere else where it's more visible, do that. Because now you gotta be careful what you say on your videos, because they're gonna say, oh yes, he's an extremist. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm a survivalist. I'm surviving the land of captivity. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a runaway motherfucking slave trying to survive from you demons. I ain't scared of none of y'all. And I'm not gonna change my tone because of some propaganda y'all are spewing on TV, television. Talk about two black Hebrew Israelites. Get the fuck out of here. Those dudes don't even look like no Hebrew Israelite. They look like regular dudes, cornel dudes. Don't give me that crap about black Hebrew Israelite. Y'all just doing that shit because y'all want to put a stop to the message that's being presented. Y'all want to silence us. But let me just say this for the record. The Most High Power, who y'all call God, I don't fuck with God, because God is Satan. I fuck with the true power, the one that created me, the one that revealed to me who I am, what kind of ability I have spiritually. I've seen my spirit in action. So I fear no man. And a lot of y'all, I know y'all gonna be start to like question, should I continue with this walk? You better continue with this walk, because it's a test. These demons don't have nothing to look forward for, family, other than death. Judgment is about to come upon them. The judgment already begun. That's why a lot of them dying out. I'm not gonna change. I'm not changing my talk because of some nigga, because of some fucking media, white media. You know what I'm saying? All I would advise you dumbass campers that's out on the corner talk about what y'all gonna do to the so-called white man and their kids. You need to stop that, because let me say something. They are making notes. They're taking notes. A lot of y'all are being documented. Y'all being videoed. And y'all don't understand that shit's gonna come back to bite y'all. I don't preach hate on my channel. I preach awareness. You know what I'm saying? I leave that for the Most High. The Most High is gonna be my judge, because I already know for 100% surety, right, that when these demons leave this earth, right, they're gonna have a rude awakening, because a lot of them don't even have soul. A lot of these devils are demonic entities. They're hybrids. They are what you would call walking dead. They don't have a soul. This is why it's so easy for them to just snuff you out. Now, I know I'm supposed to be on here trying to tone down and, trying to be careful. Man, fuck that. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I don't have no intention of harming anybody. I'll leave that to the Most High Power, y'all refer to as God. God will be my judge, my jury, and my executioner. I don't have to do nothing. So again, family, yes, it's time for us to stand firm. A lot of you motherfucking Christians talk about you will die for Jesus. Well, your persecution is coming next, because they're coming after us now. They're going to come after y'all next, because y'all going to be the next extremists, because y'all have a belief, and they don't like when you believe in anything. They don't like when y'all united. So y'all going to be the next target. They got the black Hebrew Israelite, the true Hebrews. Well, we're not even Hebrews. Fuck the Hebrew thing. We're Igbos, okay? Ibris. Ibri Israelite. That's what we are. That Hebrew shit came from those Jewish people. They came up with that name. We're Ibri Israelite, or Yashalites, or whatever you want to call it. Okay? And the Most High put us under this bondage simply because we disobey the law, statutes, and commandments, following after their dumbass God. Their so-called savior Jesus ain't saving nobody. If these was Hebrew Israelite, right, and let's say they believed in Yahweh Shai or Yahushua, most of them do. Let's say they really were Hebrew Israelite. How is it that Yahweh Shai, Yahushua didn't save them? Okay, what exactly did trigger these guys to go, according to the propaganda machine, to go out and start killing people? Hebrew Israelite, we don't rock like that. We don't go out, and that's one of the reasons why I don't believe this shit, this narrative that they spinning. Because we don't believe in killing people like that. We believe in the Lord's Testament commandment. If there was really Hebrew Israelite family, they would have never went out there and spilled blood. They would have never did that. That's how you know this is a lie. Dead man tell no tale. We don't even know who these individuals are. They could plaster a photo of anybody because they have a software where they can create people that doesn't exist. I made a video about that some months ago. They got software that, if you don't believe, you could Google shit. Google or type in YouTube people that doesn't exist. They got photos of millions of them. They could take a photo from that group and say, okay, these are the people. Who's going to identify these people that doesn't exist? Nobody. Family, we got to wake up. This is time for us to get stronger with our faith. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all say y'all believe in Yahweh Shai, Yahushua. Well, let's see how much Yahweh Shai, Yahushua is going to back you. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to follow one law, statutes, and commandments. That's the Most High Hashem law, statutes, and commandments. Don't follow after no other gods, no other savior. Only the Most High will save you. None other. The only person that's going to rule over us is King David, mentioned in the Old Testament. The New Testament shit is bullshit. That's their narrative. All right? They're not going to give you slavery, persecution, and they give you a way to salvation to your God. Think about it. The same people that hate us with a perpetual hatred, right? Why would they give you a way to please your God? Think about it. Talk about blood sacrifice, Passover. Get the fuck out of here. When we go into our land, we sojourn back into our land, wherever that is, because we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? That's when we're going to start doing what we have to do to please the Most High. And you will have a king David, to show you how it's done. Not no Christian pastor telling you the law's done away with, but you still have to pay tithes and offering. Look, man, it's time for us to wake up, family. Fear not, because I am the Lord, the Most High power. That's what he said. He will deliver us. If you follow the Lord's statutes and commandments, this is the time for y'all to buckle down now, because only the Most High can protect y'all. Not no Jesus, Yahweh Shai, Yahushua. All right, and with that, I say shalom.